Look at this post from Twitter. A soft man shrinks, but an alpha man thrives when things get hard. Another day, another indignity suffered by the people of the United States of America who didn't vote for Donald Trump, who are concerned about the welfare of both domestic relations, but also foreign relations. And that's what I'm going to talk about today. Donald Trump is known for embarrassing all of us through his appointments to high positions. In this case, it is Nick Adams, the alpha male, the parody of a parody of a fucking parody is what Nick Adams is. He's the guy that would go on Twitter and talk about his love of Hooters and how real men love boobs and beer and alpha man stuff and smoking cigars. And oddly enough, everything he says has a tinge, has a bullhorn of homoeroticism to it. It's all very weird. So this guy has zero qualifications. He's a naturalized citizen, but his citizenship is not being threatened by the Trump administration because he's white. He's got nothing to worry about. And now he's in the good graces of Donald Trump because of his masculine alpha maleness. Here's a headline from The Independent, from which I'm not going to read the article, just the headline. MAGA influencer and controversial alpha male Nick Adams named to top ambassador post by Trump, quote, the quote-unquote alpha male MAGA pundit who declares love of rare steaks and once called Taylor Swift a woke Jezebel may not be the right fit for conservative Kuala Lumpur, diplomat says. Do you think? Look, this is on a higher level, a 30,000-foot view, and the more important aspect of this beyond the embarrassment, the embarrassing bit of it all, is the fact that Donald Trump isn't putting skilled diplomats, even educated people, into these positions to be able to be a foreign relation arm of the State Department, of the government, to represent us, to represent we the people. He's picking the dipshittiest of dipshits to do his bidding here. The most sycophantic weirdos. And this is just another case of it. Now, one of the reasons he's picked is because he holds absolute batshit crazy ideas about who is persecuted, who needs protection, who is marginalized, who is oppressed. And if you've been paying attention to anything over the course of the last decade or decades with the Republican Party, it won't shock you to learn that Nick Adams is on video that, again, not shocking, you're getting ready to see, declaring that the truly persecuted, the most persecuted group in the United States, it's not black folks who have been under the thumb of white supremacy for hundreds of years on this continent, hundreds and hundreds of years on this continent, and for hundreds of years while it was in the United States. It's not them. It's not the LGBTQ community who has been abused and murdered and beaten and discriminated against and oppressed forever in this country. It's not women who don't earn the same amount of money as men and don't have the same opportunities and don't even have an equal rights amendment signed and passed as law in this country. It's not them. It's not indigenous people who have been genocided for hundreds of years. No. It's none of that. It's straight, white, Christian men, the most persecuted group in the United States.
Unfortunately, today, it's more important to be a minority than it is to be a qualified person. We're going to be delivering truth bombs. How the most persecuted group in the United States of America are straight, white, Christian men. That's the reality. We're going to be talking about the need for men to be men and women to be women.
Isn't it? I'm making love to my fingers and my chef's kiss right now. Isn't it just chef's kiss? Unfortunately today, says Nick Adams, it's more important to be a minority than a qualified person, says the person who is wholesale unqualified for the position he was just nominated to, while proclaiming that I am straight, white, not Christian male, but I fit all of these characteristics. I'm the most persecuted person in this country. What? And this is just one of dozens and dozens and dozens, if not hundreds of videos posted by Nick Adams, voluntarily posted. They didn't catch him in a candid moment while he's drinking a beer. They didn't catch him with a secret video cam into his hot tub. Spoiler alert, you're getting ready to see Nick Adams in a hot tub, giving his best sexual innuendo and homoeroticism about how the boys are getting ready to come into the hot tub and we're going to frolic and there's going to be some horseplay, whatever weird shit he says. This guy is the guy Donald Trump picked to be the ambassador, the representative of the United States of America to Malaysia. Watch this.
G'day boys, Nick Adams Alpha Male here, coming to you tonight straight from the hot tub, and I'm having a grand old time. Smoking this great cigar, ice cold, domestic, non-woke beer, and I happen to be reading one of the finest pieces of literature ever written, alphakingsbook.com. I'm in here, lounging around, waiting for the boys to come over. I'm sure that there'll be vigorous horsing around in the hot tub later on tonight. We're going to be discussing ball, we're going to be making deals, talking business, and we'll probably talk about whether or not Taylor Swift can ride the Chiefs D all the way to the Super Bowl, and who, of course, will replace Billy Belichick. These are questions that only alpha males can answer. alphakingsbook.com. That's alphakingsbook.com.
There he is, the alpha male, sucking on his phallic smoking device while luxuriating in a dick stew, his hot tub, waiting for the boys to show up so there can be some vigorous horseplay. Is this guy fucking kidding me? Does anybody believe he is the traditionally masculine man who now his image has completely changed? He's gotten gender-affirming plastic surgery to make himself less fat, less doughy in the face. Who are these people? Look at this. Then we'll end this here. Look at this post from Twitter. This is July 18th, nearly 2 years ago, 2023. A soft man, again, more homoeroticism here. A soft man shrinks, but an alpha man thrives when things get hard. And then this image, I mean, come on. I grow when things are easy and I conquer when things are hard. Oh, it's the alpha male way, says Nick Adams. None of these doofuses, none of them meet the definitional standard of traditional masculinity. Nick Adams never served in the military. He never's done anything manly. It's all just a front. He's out there getting plastic surgery to make himself look more handsome or like a defined jaw or whatever. They're so preoccupied with all of the surface level unimportant shit. He's not there to actually be a masculine man, to protect the downtrodden. He's not there to try to protect people, to protect women. He wants to attack Taylor Swift, who's riding the D to the Super Bowl or whatever, waiting for the boys for some vigorous horseplay. Like, what? And now he's named to be ambassador to Malaysia? I mean, look, the cadre of goofs that have been put into positions of power. I mean, Kimberly Guilfoyle, Gavin Newsom's ex-wife, Don Jr.'s almost ex-wife. She's also going through the confirmation process right now to be the ambassador to Greece. Look, ambassadorships oftentimes are kind of just given their positions that are appointments to people who have helped with campaigns. Sometimes. Other times you need an actual diplomat in there. And I don't know whether Malaysia is one of those positions, but you could at least put someone who's not just a charlatan grifting hack on what a man he is. Well, at least he's got vigorous man horseplay, right? I mean, come on. Anyway, what do you think? What do you think? I would love your feedback here. We can do some vigorous manly horseplay in the comments section. Huh? See what I did there? You can also call only masculine, manly alpha individuals, though. 714-576-4054. And of course, you can email me, only the most alpha of the alpha email me, daily@dollemore.com. I guess that means Nick Adams will not be emailing or calling because he is not alpha, or whatever the that means. If you want to help support this work, if you appreciate what I do, the hopeful humor that I bring to it, but also the analysis that I do on oftentimes bring, you can click the join button below, and for $2 a month, become a channel member. You can also go over to patreon.com/IDoubtIt podcast. I'd love to see you in the supporting independent media family. Appreciate it very much. I'll see you next time. Be genuine. Take care of one another. That's what makes you manly, Nick Adams.